Teaching a young person to pray is not as daunting as you think. It can be as simple as giving them an empty chair and saying to them, Jesus is here. And if they can have a conversation with Jesus in that chair, then they are praying. And that doesn't seem so daunting to them, because visually there's something there for them to see, and that can really help with how to pray. So my advice would always be, bring Jesus along and give him a chair.
I think we can help children to pray on their own by encouraging them that God is with them in their everyday activities. If they're reading a book or just chilling on their own or doing some colouring, maybe getting them to think about how they can include God in that time is a really good way of getting them to start thinking about how they can pray on their own.
We encourage all types of prayer, be it loud and joyful and together, and quiet and private prayer with the children to whom we minister. And again, modelling. We say, when I was talking to God, when I had a few moments with God, and they say, oh, Charlotte, is that, were you praying? It's like, yeah, I was talking to God and listening for his answer, or just giving up something that I wanted him to know that I needed to share with him. And just making them realise that prayer is part of life as well.
It's tricky because as children become older, then they will have autonomy. They will decide about their prayer life, what they're going to engage in, how they're going to involve themselves. But again, we can suggest it to them, we can model it to them. We can say, you know, I'm going to have my quiet time in the morning. Is there a time that works for you? When would you like to spend some time talking to God? As you're putting them to bed, you can say, would you like to do some prayers on your own after I tuck you in, if you're at home with children? Suggest it to them, but you can't make them, you can't force them to, but it suggests as an option that it's okay actually just to lie here, and as you close your eyes, reflect on the day, then that's a good time to be talking to God.
Model prayer, teach them that it doesn't come with a set rule book. There's no right or wrong, it's a conversation. It's about having a conversation with God, about bringing him into every part of their life. Teach them to, pray when they're walking to school, even if it's as simple as, thank you that it's not raining this morning, or thank you that I managed to get through, lunchtime without falling over. Just really little things, just drawing him into their lives by, really just, there's no prescriptive way to do it. And again, it's just model that behaviour and teach them how to do it by having a conversation with them about it and getting them to bring the small things to God, and then the bigger things are easier.
With my children's group, we've got the famous line now of we can talk to God anywhere, even on the toilet, because the great power of that line is that when they're on the toilet, they may well remember that they can talk to God.
Sometimes I like to ask them if they had any moments during the day where they notice God there, so that prayer gets a bit bigger than just, asking God for a list of things at the end of the day, but actually that he's just a part of their everyday life, and that prayer is a bit more informal than they might imagine it needs to be.
Yeah, you got that in your system now.